Once upon a time, in the heart of the African savannah, there was a bustling community of animals. There were elephants, lions, zebras, giraffes, and many more. Every day, they went about their business, hunting, grazing, and playing. However, there was a problem that plagued the savannah, and it was the constant fighting between the elephants. Whenever the elephants got into a tussle, the ground shook, and the other animals trembled in fear. The smaller animals in particular were most vulnerable. They would scurry away, trying to avoid being trampled by the giant beasts. It was a dangerous situation that left the smaller animals feeling helpless and scared. Among these animals was a small meerkat named Tim. Tim was a hard worker, always scurrying around, gathering food and looking after his family. He had never paid much attention to the fighting between the elephants until one day when he found himself caught in the middle of a battle. As Tim was gathering some nuts, he suddenly heard a loud rumble. Looking up, he saw two giant elephants charging toward each other, their tusks gleaming in the sunlight. Tim tried to run, but he was too slow, and before he knew it, he was underfoot. He felt the earth shake as the elephants clashed, and he was tossed around like a rag doll. As he lay there, bruised and battered, Tim realized that he needed to do something to protect himself and his family. He knew that he had to act if he wanted to avoid being trampled by the giant elephants. Tim set about educating himself, observing the other animals in the savannah and studying their behavior. He learned that the animals that thrived in the savannah were those that worked together, supported each other, and were always prepared for danger. They had strong social bonds, communicated effectively, and shared knowledge and resources. Tim began to see that the key to surviving in savannah was not just about being strong and fast, but about being smart and adaptable. He learned that the most successful animals were the ones that could think creatively, solve problems, and take calculated risks. He realized that he needed to build resilience and flexibility to be able to handle any challenges that came his way. As Tim continued to learn and grow, he began to see that the same principles applied to every aspect of life in savannah. He observed how the lions worked together to take down prey, how the zebras communicated with each other to avoid danger, and how the giraffes used their height to get a better view of the landscape. He saw how the animals adapted to changing conditions, such as droughts or floods, and how they learned from each other to improve their chances of survival. Likewise, he realized that success in the savannah was not just about individual strength, but about community strength, where each animal had a role to play and could contribute to the overall well-being of the group. As Tim shared his insights and observations with the other animals in savannah, he became a valued member of the community. He was respected for his wisdom and his ability to see the bigger picture. He helped the animals to work together more effectively, to communicate better, and to be more adaptable to change. Tim's contributions had a ripple effect throughout savannah. The animals began to realize that success in life was not just about individual strength, but about community strength. They learned that by working together, they could achieve more than they ever could alone. They discovered that communication, cooperation, and adaptability were the keys to survival in the ever-changing environment of savanna. In the end, Tim became a role model for the other animals in savanna. He taught them the value of community, cooperation, and collaboration. He showed them that by working together, they could overcome any challenge and thrive in savanna. As the animals learned from Tim, they began to form tighter social bonds, communicating more effectively and sharing knowledge and resources. They became more resilient, able to handle changing conditions, and were better equipped to adapt to new environments and situations. Over time, the community of animals in savanna became stronger, more united, and more successful. They were no longer afraid of the elephants' fights or other dangers that threatened their existence, as they had built a system that allowed them to overcome any challenge. The lessons Tim taught the animals were not just limited to the savanna, but they were universal. They could be applied to any situation, whether it be in business, personal relationships, or any other aspect of life. Tim had shown that by being smart, adaptable, and collaborative, it was possible to achieve success and overcome even the most challenging situations. He had also shown that wisdom could come from anyone, regardless of their size or status in the community. As time went on, Tim became an important figure in the savanna, a wise and respected leader who had transformed the community of animals from one that was divided and vulnerable into one that was united and thriving. The other animals in the savanna had learned the valuable lesson that success is not just about individual strength, but about community strength. They had learned that by working together, they could achieve more than they ever could alone. And so, the animals continued to live their lives in the savanna, navigating the challenges and opportunities that came their way, always guided by the lessons and wisdom of Tim, the meerkat, who had shown them the way. The moral of the story is that success is not just about individual strength, but also about community strength. When people or animals work together, they can achieve more than they ever could alone. In savanna, the animals were able to overcome the challenges they faced by working together, communicating effectively, sharing knowledge and resources, and forming tighter social bonds. They were also capable of adapting to changing conditions and becoming more resilient, which allowed them to thrive in their environment. The story also highlights the importance of being adaptable, collaborative, and smart in achieving success. Tim, the meerkat, showed the other animals that it was possible to overcome even the most challenging situations by working together and being wise. He taught them that wisdom can come from anyone, regardless of their size or status in the community. The story is a powerful reminder that we all need to protect ourselves and our families, whether it is by being financially educated or by being smart and adaptable in other areas of life. By learning from the animals in savanna, we can understand that we need to work together, communicate effectively, and share knowledge and resources to overcome challenges and thrive in our environment. The end. Thank you for watching. Consider subscribing for more videos like this from this channel. We love you.